Paydays as Power Days. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Money Magic series. Payday isn't just a check. It's a ritual reset of your energy flow. That statement might sound like exaggeration until you step back and recognize how deeply payday structures not only the economy, but the nervous system, the subconscious, and the collective mood of entire societies. Most people take it for granted. The check arrives, the account balance refreshes, bills get paid, groceries get bought, maybe a splurge follows, and then slowly, the money drains until the next check comes. Yet what is really happening is far more profound. Payday is a ceremony, a cycle, and a conditioning device that links human time to financial energy in a way that has all the hallmarks of ritual magic. Think first about the anticipation. In the days before payday, tension rises. People hold off on purchases, calculate carefully what can wait, and make mental promises. Once payday comes, I'll catch up. This anticipation builds psychic charge. The longer the wait, the stronger the release. When the deposit hits, there is a genuine energetic surge. The body feels lighter, posture shifts, breath deepens, the future seems more open. For a moment, scarcity dissolves. That moment is identical to the climax of a ritual. The release of energy after buildup, the sigh after the chant, the lifting of the spell once it has been cast. The nervous system doesn't distinguish between financial release and spiritual release. It feels both as relief, expansion, and empowerment. Payday, whether people realize it or not, is a repeated initiation. Anthropologists would recognize it instantly as a rite of passage. There is a liminal period, a waiting space where resources run thin, identity feels constrained, and uncertainty hovers. Then comes the threshold event, the arrival of money. Finally, reintegration follows, as the person returns to normal life with resources restored. This three-stage arc repeats week after week, month after month, year after year. Over time, it imprints deeply. Workers are trained to see their life not as continuous flow, but as a series of peaks and troughs determined by external authority. The ritual is powerful because it is invisible. No priest needs to officiate. The employer and the bank perform the role. The worker only has to wait, receive, and participate in the cycle. In ancient societies, this was even clearer. Farmers experienced payday at harvest. All year long, they planted, tended, hoped, and prayed, and then, in a short burst of weeks, the abundance arrived. The barns filled, markets thrived, festivals erupted. That was payday on a civilizational scale. The Jewish calendar preserved this truth in harvest festivals, where offerings of grain were made in gratitude, binding wealth to divine blessing. Rome paid its soldiers at regular intervals not simply for fairness but because predictable pay anchored loyalty. A soldier who trusted his stipend would march further, fight harder, and return home still bound to the emperor. In medieval towns, guild workers were paid weekly, and Friday evenings became associated with rest, ale, and celebration. The ritual of payday is ancient, though the form has shifted from sheaves of wheat to paper notes to direct deposits. The magic of payday lies not only in money itself but in timing. Humans are rhythmic creatures. We eat in cycles, sleep in cycles, and celebrate in cycles. When money is tied to time, it begins to control not just budgets, but moods. Payday is therefore a lever on consciousness. Governments and corporations know this instinctively. That's why taxes are collected annually, mortgages monthly, subscriptions monthly, and wages weekly or bi-weekly. All of these keep you bound to the clock. They anchor your psyche to predictable rhythms that are not your own, ensuring that your financial flow syncs with external systems. In effect, payday is a form of entrainment, a collective metronome guiding millions of lives in lockstep. Notice how payday changes behavior. On payday weekends, restaurants fill, bars overflow, stores hum with shoppers, online retailers see spikes in orders. Then, in the days that follow, activity slows. Economists track this as consumer confidence, but it is better understood as ritual expenditure. Payday isn't just receiving, it is spending. The paycheck triggers not only relief, but celebration. People don't just cover bills. They buy symbolic tokens of abundance, a meal out, a new shirt, a treat for children. These gestures mirror ancient offerings after harvest. You give thanks by feasting, by sharing, by circulating wealth visibly. This is why payday has a party-like aura. Even if subdued, it is not only practical but ceremonial. The problem arises in the crash. Because energy is spent unconsciously, the wave recedes quickly. Bills claim their share, impulse purchases drain reserves, and the nervous system swings back into scarcity mode. The joy of payday fades into the anxiety of the countdown. Employers rely on this. When you live in cycles of scarcity and relief, you remain dependent. You never feel secure enough to break away, because just as the wave crashes, you are pulled back in by the promise of the next. The rhythm ensures loyalty without chains. The paycheck is the tether. Yet this same cycle can be reclaimed. When you see payday as ritual, you can choose to participate differently. You can treat the arrival of money as a sacred reset, not a scramble. Imagine starting every payday morning with a conscious act, lighting a candle, journaling your financial goals, or blessing the first bill you pay as an offering rather than a drain. That small ritual reframes the entire day. Suddenly, payday is not a chaotic rush, but a ceremony of alignment. The act of directing energy at the very moment of inflow programs the subconscious to expect abundance as natural and manageable. Instead of slipping back into scarcity, you anchor prosperity as your baseline. One powerful practice is to treat the first money that comes in as seed, not surplus. Before spending on obligations, set aside even a tiny portion for savings, investments, or offerings. This mimics the ancient farmer who set aside seed grain before feasting. By doing this, you teach your psyche that payday is not only about relief, but about expansion. You declare that circulation includes future you, not just present demands. Over time, this shifts identity from paycheck dependent to wealth building. The magic of payday is harnessed rather than drained. Payday can also be used to heal relationship with bills. Most people resent paying them, feeling money vanish with each click or envelope. But if reframed as offerings, the energy transforms. When you pay for electricity, you are giving thanks for light. When you pay for rent, you are blessing shelter. When you pay for food, you are affirming nourishment. The same money leaves your account, but the vibration shifts from loss to gratitude. Gratitude multiplies, resentment constricts. Approaching payday with this awareness alters the current. Look at the collective again. On payday, millions of people circulate money at once. The economy surges not because of abstract forces, but because of synchronized behavior. This mass wave is a kind of economic tide. Those who understand tides know how to surf them. Corporations time sales, lenders time demands, marketers time campaigns, all to coincide with the moment wallets open. If they can use the tide, so can you. Align big moves, investments, launches, negotiations with your personal payday tide. You'll act with more confidence, and you'll ride the collective wave of circulation. Magic is always stronger when many participate, and payday is the strongest money ritual still universally practiced. The deeper lesson is that payday is not trivial. It is not routine. It is a ritual embedded in the calendar, a spell cast again and again until entire societies are entrained. You can either be programmed by it, rising and falling unconsciously with the tides, or you can step into authorship, using payday as a reset point for conscious circulation, intentional saving, and gratitude-infused offerings. Every 2 weeks or every month, the universe hands you a ritual altar disguised as a deposit. The question is not whether you'll participate. The question is how. So remember, payday isn't just a check. It's a ritual reset of your energy flow. Treat it as sacred, claim it as yours, and you'll find that the very cycle designed to bind you can become the cycle that frees you. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Manifestation series, where we don't just talk about manifesting, we master it. Because let's be honest, manifestation has been watered down, reduced to vague quotes, mood boards, and empty promises. But you didn't come here to wish. You came here to build a reality that hits different. A reality that responds to your frequency, your language, your alignment, and your decision to stop playing small. This series is not fluff. It's physics, frequency, and fierce creative power. Inside the Manifestation series, you're going to learn how to collapse timelines, shift identities, and speak worlds into existence, just like the greatest minds in history. This isn't just about being positive. This is about being powerful. Here's what you unlock inside. Vision to Reality, the Vision Board course. You've heard about vision boards, but you've never done them like this. This is a full energetic ritual, a precision-coded map for your subconscious, designed to bridge image, frequency, and strategy. It's not arts and crafts. It's blueprinting your future in visual form and turning it into matter. Time, quantum timelines, and why time isn't real. Manifestation doesn't take time. It takes alignment. In this module, I'll show you how time is just a mirror of energy and how to collapse timelines using choice, clarity, and vibration. Past, present, future, they're happening now. And when you know how to navigate time quantum style, you stop waiting and start receiving. Quantum jumping, instantly up level. Your next level life isn't years away. It's one decision away. In this training, you'll learn how to quantum jump, how to shift into a version of you that already has what you desire. This isn't fantasy. It's how high-performance creators, athletes, and spiritual masters leap beyond limits. Jump now. Land in power. Every word. The power of affirmations and spoken language. Words build worlds. In this course, I show you how to use affirmations like spell work, not just repeating empty mantras, but speaking with vibration, intention, and spiritual force. If you've ever felt like affirmations don't work, this will change everything. You'll learn to command your field, not just request from it. The greats, learning from the most exceptional minds in history. We're not the first to master this. In this legendary module, we decode the techniques, habits, and quantum genius of the world's most powerful manifestors, from ancient sages to modern icons. You'll learn how to think like the greats, move like the greats, and manifest like the greats. This isn't another feel-good series. This is a spiritual weapon, disguised as a manifestation course. It's made for leaders, cycle breakers, visionaries, and soul builders. You don't need another wish list. You need a system that teaches you how to bend reality. This is that system. So if you're ready to stop playing with potential and start creating results, welcome to your next level. The manifestation series is open now. You know what to do. Let's build what they said was impossible and make it inevitable.